final stages, and they've thrived. The Wolves, new territory, and a new danger in the form of Kayak and Alpha, sliding into the site like it was nothing. Already a clear-cut approach for FNATIC as the plant's next.
Chronicle, waiting for Spring, expects, actually just missing him. Maybe now going to come back and recheck, but actually Spring shows himself, Chronicle wins out, gets himself a little upgrade as well.
Oh, God, and Kayak, he's on it today. Yeah, he's on it today. If he's going to be
BB on the rotate. I saw actually caught with a stun, but...
Good timing on the paranoia, though, at least. And he's trying to get back into the thick of things for the
We got caught by the reveal.
Yeah, he's going to be captured, absolutely seen. And the site gets taken, really nice scaling up on that. Again, using the clone to test towards middle at the same time, splitting that attention. Now, 3 players from Wolves have to try and get back in this. Utility-wise, you look at a Juicy, maybe able to carve a way into this, maybe springboard forward, but Crashies wants to get involved. FNATIC not even really giving them much of the site here. Happy to play a little bit of a challenge, but falling away towards main. Kayak on the cross, going to get punished. YU does well. 3 more to find now in an even affair, but it is still a bonus. Juicy on the swing, and now we sit into the post. What do they have here to buy the time? Shot from Gron. Yeah, not looking phased just yet. Still that util with Boaster that they're able to run through, but now around the world coming in. Oh, the crashes! Not going to come through. That's a big connection. Gron is going to show his hand as well. That's going to be a thought in the back of their minds now for this retake. Kayak can be on that close corner. Nice shot. Tries to swing CT, gets denied. As Lysol now builds back in on the side. Boaster might have been seen on that, not sure. But he tries to readjust. Crashies holding well towards Pillar. Good timing from Kron. And speaking of timing, that snake bite should prove a problem. See that BD has to go big. And it's Kron on the other side, the original Iceman himself. He ain't gonna... With that catching on minimum 3, they continue. Juicy's... Oh, Juicy could be on for an absolute belter. Brilliant on one. Takes away Boaster. Big scalp to claim. And another confirmation of attendance towards B main.
Moving that, I think FNATIC might still just decide to carry on through. Showstopper sent.
30 seconds left.
That's the response comes through here. Juicy.
It's only Alpha.
Does he go for it?
It's only Alpha on the side. The rest still biding their time. And then look towards middle. Kayak creeping closer. Gonna catch one, and now they're locked in there with FNATIC. Juicy trying, but FNATIC just elevating again. Those mid looks coming out from Kayak then. Lovely layering. So Lysol, you've got a paranoia and 3 players. 2 kills so far, to more than double to get a shot at this. FNATIC gonna, well, at least be put down to 2 here. Kayak gone and the emergency alarm ringing.
Respect shown here to Lysol. The pick goes up, potentially to seal the deal on round 7.
I like that. Come on, Lysol, you've got to find 2 more. Decides to go for the paranoia on the right. Like this until now, so Juicy completely unawares. Look at this tailor-made poison. Juicy should be dead to rights. It was gorgeous, Mike.
What do you do? You're Juicy there, you're just overwhelmed. Smothered in utility.
The C's lovely, every part of it. Just set up to win out. And they did this at about that minute mark, so they still have plenty of time to walk away, decide on a new look, because again, for Wolves, they've bitten on this, right? They pulled that rotate over towards A.
Toxin screen down.
Still got YU set up towards B, but it hasn't really paid off. They've not been in a position to punish these strips. Well, the rotations come through. There will be bodies here for Wolves.
You are divided.
The divide will cut sound, cut sight lines as well.
Lots of space for FNATIC. The Wolves, dangerous, just try and walk back in. Oh dear. Oh dear, Kron again, man. I don't know how much he can see from that actively, but
time's going to run out regardless, but
they're still not going to clear it comfortably. Death from above on the first. Great work from Lysol, though. Takes away Kayak, denying the trade. So maybe an opportunity. Now the pick comes in. Similar scenes to before, but this time it's Wolves. Alpha flies forward. Still giving them numbers advantage. A Spring feeling rough around the edges, but that's beautiful. Needs 4. Ocelot of the Boaster.
Boaster stepped. He heard him.
Been given away. The shot in the dark here. The reload. We've been here before. Diffuse. Does Boaster panic? The crowd roaring for it, and Boaster tested again. Spring though. Look what it's done.
Yeah.
You're watching a master at work, Mike.
And this is kind of that panic sort of play style where They're kind of biting onto everything they see.
Of course.
Kayak will fall, but
Hey, look.
FNATIC's still waiting to potentially catch somebody.
The ult's
rotating
going to give it
offside.
away, but
Yeah, but they're not here.
yeah, FNATIC probably didn't expect to have this much level of success. Now, the red carpet's rolled out, but they still need to cross with the spike. That is still an issue. I said they hesitated almost, maybe imagining there's more here. So now Wolves get the play
Hang
back
on.
in. There's light for them yet. Desperately trying to claw on, though, but it's Alpha and Boaster. Hold on, pause. Spike not down, 20 seconds.
One off showstopper as well for
I
Alpha.
have the spike.
That could be pivotal in the post here.
There it is. Sharp as hell for 10 seconds. He goes down.
Down.
A lifeline.
One
Oh!
enemy remaining.
Jesus! It's 6 seconds, Boaster! Can you charge him down? Oh my
Oh, he's faked it!
mad. Yeah, Lyxos played it like a champion! Keeping it simple. All in towards that A site, maybe excluding one. Boaster's still disconnected, but still viable. Gonna be tested again though by Spring, and here we go. Alpha wants space, Mike. And this time, ooh, I thought he was almost out of there, but Wolves holding on. Lyxos coming alive for the side. Finally, they're fighting back. As Kron, the last man standing in a 1v4. Spike deep
Toxin screen
in Wolves territory. We'd need a mistake from Wolves to open that door of chance for Kron.
We'll look for potentially a flank coming through. And no confirmation, I guess, on everybody left standing on Wolves, but firm control of the spike. Chronicle, no way back into this round. I've got to say it, even with that scoreline, look at the funds behind this for FNATIC. It's a real adjustment here from FNATIC, and maybe what we've talked about, some mid-exploration here from Wolves, and Kayak beheading Spring.
Oh, that little bait and switch is filthy. Oh. And the look, wait, whoa, look at the tempo from this. Boaster's off. He's in vents.
He's got the spike, by the way.
Yes. Kayak, can you? Oh, it's fine, apparently. Boaster gets away with daylight robbery. What has just happened? What? I want to know what happened in that timeout. What was the conversation that suddenly makes FNATIC look inhuman? YU is on A. And of course, Chronicle. About the 50 seconds, no real player drop chip. A mid-walk, that is audacious, and it works. Juicy strikes, Boaster wants one back, but he doesn't get it. But then Alpha, he bails him out, and then they look a little lost almost in the swing, but it's fine. 3v3. You got to see where they're heading. Nice shot as well. Look at the damage. Why you? Come on, Kron. How are you allowed to do this?
There.
The slip through
left.
Spring.
Oh,
Like it's so
there's nowhere.
diligent.
There's nowhere. There's no area to play in, no pocket to play out of. Sewn up, totally Chronicle in full control until then. Spring. Give me a miracle.
Spike planted.
Show me what you can do. It's lovely, but does he expect it? Absolutely not!
On Wolves, immediately on the back of contact there. FNATIC are on the move.
Yep. They've got sight, but not complete control. FNATIC still have a foot in the door, but Wolves, beautiful. Breaking it down, and now Boaster outgunned. Beautiful from Wolves. This is what the doctor ordered. Now Alpha and Crashy still with a lot of kit to play with and a bit of chip damage. Alpha. If there's anyone to be nasty, it would be him. Oh my god, don't you dare.
Got the reset.
Don't you dare. Another paint shell and another problem. A high-low he can't get out of. And Spring focus towards what they can really see and feel. The C's and the paint shell don't catch as Kron slips away deeper. And hard to get a bit of a beat on this. Oh, Spring, the timing. Catches Boaster, but a good trade. But this spurs them on, Mike. It looks like they really want to head towards this B site.
And Alpha desperately wanted to get outside of the smoke. He might have a big opportunity here. They're actually going to push into him.
Okay, Wolves are holding on now. Kayak is on the site. Do they then cancel on this? It looks like they want to try and spin through CT. Feeling bold in approach, but they can't get lost in the source here. Kayak getting curious. And he's going to land the shot on YU. That's a problem. Now they're starting to drift a little. 3v3. And Kayak still holding ground. The immovable object. 3 kills in the round. Could be on for the ace if he keeps going like this, but dealt with. Juicy unlocks that B site. Now the plant is on the cards.
Still got utility here for Crashies as well. Kron, we saw him burn up the snake bite. They are grouped As two going to try and sweep through, see if that BB going to be called upon in front of first.
He's to back away, and he's done it well. No trade available for Kron there. Has to wait this out now. Maybe a good idea of where both players are, but this crossfire is strong. Juicy, eyes up towards heaven. I thought he'd hold this with him. It's still solid. See if that BB plays it well. Very all in so far, isn't it? At least in this round. Boaster, oh, he's found a cubby, he's found a corner. Has he found an opportunity? The Bucky rattles off. Does well on one, but he can't get the follow-up. The site now not fully in control and the spike hindered. The Prowler being sent up towards ramp finds nothing but Alpha waits. The flank eventuality coming in as well. Slow and steady. They have to try and keep them at bay here.
Spring's looking for him, whether or not there's going to be anything else to draw his attention. But Kayak will fall.
Spotting out Kron as well. They now know one towards CT. They've seen Alpha flying through the air. Dealt with, done for. Wolves are back at the door. 6 rounds looking very likely. And Alpha can't really avoid it. He's now been hit by that same pressure that was put down towards Crashies initially. He tried to thread the needle, but the layering was great. So Juicy rewarded. Now FNATIC once again held back. The plant should be next on the cards. Ult-wise, they have nothing here to bank on if you're FNATIC. Trying to keep their heads down. Precarious at the best of times. But the plant's in and the time's on their side.
Look at YU towards mid as well. He's just waiting for contact to come through on site. Chronicle guarding it for the time being, but I don't think he's going to find him.
Boaster strides in, kicks down the door. He finds it there on for free, but the trade's good. The lurk's even better. The Wolves are here, baby, and Kayak really wants to keep that operator. A prized possession, and they've shown real good looks on that side take.
And it's Alpha ahead of these smokes. You don't necessarily want to show it too early. Basically put Wolves in charge of the information game, but Kayak, desperate to make something work. Walks into the waiting arms of Spring.
Wolves can play this game.
I know exactly where you are.
Good info on the ult as well. Juicy looking to outdo Kron there on the jump spot, but going to keep his life. Not alone in that mid-walk too either. It's a 3-2 split as it stands. Looking to maybe adjust that now. So they want to take towards that B site. Once again, rinse, repeat, it works. But Alpha, excuse me, you've got an operator. Excuse me, Alpha, you have an operator. One is not enough to deny this. And you look at what remains, it's Stingers. Hard to make work if they keep them at arm's length.
Get into the site here, maybe cause some issues, but doesn't look like. I mean, Chronicles just now trying to dig out the late lurk, but we can see both Spring and YU, the prime candidates for such a role. This time, up in the front lines. Chance here, potentially, I mean, with the setup for FNATIC to find an exit, but you've already said it, they need to close the gap, really. I mean, the smoke. You can get in, crashes. Daylight robbery here for the operator.
Oh! No! There's no way he nearly went down there. Kron's like, get down, President.
Yeah,
get down. To see what this ult cycle's looking like, though, because FNATIC are very close to having the full hand, and they want Kayak in on this. FNATIC trying to make it hurt, but Kron's already gone down. Juicy doing well here. This is lovely stuff from them. And no chance for that operator to really sing.
Early advantage created here, Wolves. Again, this plays into their hands, allows them to slow the pace, garner some control across the map, and they already know they've created a gap in the defenses. FNATIC spread a little thin here, but Kayak,
Portal closed.
he's the, where's this actually headed? This potentially.
Oh, no way. You got this? Even the observer's getting excited.
Yeah,
by
I was like, yeah.
But again, this won't be the first time the Kayak's played this sort of position. But he's done really well there. Nice shot and gets out of there.
I don't like the peek ahead of the ult, but...
Yeah, relax. That's 2 ults now invested. One just to even up that initial trade, and this one, I don't think he's going to find a target, no. So again, they burnt 2 ults in this. If anything, that's an effective trade, and they are instantly rotating towards A.
And they're ahead of the rotation of FNATIC as well.
And Spring going for a lurk, I like that. But Boaster heads up about it. Smart. Good read from Boaster there. But they still have this A site looking very good. Crashy's keeping himself somewhat hidden here. 14 seconds as well. He could be the one to change the outcome of this round if he plays it just right. Boaster trying to keep all eyes on him, but the attention now turns. Crashies can't find the player on the plant, but he does take away CFAT BB. Now down to a 2v4, it's unlikely. Why are you looking calm? It's going to be handled, surely, there it is. Alpha dives in. They're going to make...
Ultimates. Showstopper. Oh, Slicer. What?
Wow, how is Crashies alive?
Show me another perspective of that.
I don't get it. Because that looked teed up, right? That looked spot on.
Cosmetic rocket, apparently.
Didn't buy the DLC, so why you now? Trying to slowly work his way up middle, but this is difficult, right? They're looking for that opportunity. Can Spring maybe give them one? Trying to slip across here, but there's danger to be had. A deep hold from FNATIC going to make them have to really search far. Double stack towards CT. The site is clear. It's almost lulling them into this false sense of security.
Now, this is better from FNATIC. They're waiting for Wolves to hit a side. Nobody overstepping the mark just yet. Why you removed Alpha? Next up here. Next line of defense and delivers. Lysor will fall.
And again, this grip towards CT is in play. They know about the players in middle. They don't know. There's still two waiting patiently. The Bulls did want to try and get ahead and maybe get a pick in their side. So we're looking at CFAT BB and Spring to do what the others couldn't. But a 2v5 is not easy. The ult wanted. Spring wants something on their side. There's the counter though. Doesn't get dodged either. Spring is in trouble. Trying to layer up that utility, but Alpha flies in from above, drops it down.
The gauntlet laid out in front of Wolves. Oh, Alpha though. Way ahead of the mark once more, trying to find something, but Kayak evens the odds.
Yeah, I love that reaction from Kayak to take space back on the other side of the map. And now it feels very indicative of this hit towards the side. Boaster going to struggle to stay alive. Does the best he can. How did he get CFAT BB in that? I do not know, but Juicy still holding on here. Doesn't want to give this up yet, but look at Crash's position, Mike. That could be the checkmate. It makes me nervous. Are you going to even consider it at this point? Juicy might be. Does he think this is still happening? So much util as well. Oh my god, Juicy couldn't deal with it in time. And now they're herded on the site. Kayak closing in as well. Prowler posted. Shot! Missed! And an opportunity gained as Crashy's called upon. He can't do it! And Wolves...
To open up. Round 21 for Wolves. Still 3 rounds separate them.
Oh, but this just feels nasty with Alpha here. And Boaster... How's he done this again? And they have no idea. Doesn't wait. He wants this done. For Alpha instantly posts his ult as well in a 4v3. And they've been stalled out now.
Boaster falling though. I guess Wolves now, they don't have to run that utility gauntlet. Why are you tucked up again? Expect him to wait for contact. Kayak still committed over towards side A, and Crashes actually digs it out nice and early.
Yeah, the Prowler was just fantastic. And now Alpha feeling unfazed by the presence. A high-low setup. He gets cleared on one, but down to the talisman for this side for Wolves. He can't do it.